Good morning, Jefferson School. I'm Charlotte, and welcome to a new edition of Roaring Jaguar TV, home of news and views that won't make you snooze. Today's top story. This year, Jefferson School has a new STEAM program run by Miss Schumann. The program is for grades 1 through 5. A class visits the STEAM lab for 4-week cycles where they study different units. For example, in the 5th grade, students have studied units on energy, matter, biochemistry, and gravity. The STEAM program is incredibly popular. Students enjoy working together and conducting hands-on experiments in the STEAM lab. The STEAM lab is filled with amazing materials, such as robotics equipment, magnetic building blocks, a Lego wall, molecular building kits, and more. This program has become a model for the entire district, and everyone is amazed by the fabulous work Jefferson students have done in the STEAM lab. This year, the Jefferson School Student Council has done an incredible job. The representatives from 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade classes have worked hard to help others and build school spirit. With help of faculty coordinator Miss George, the Student Council sponsored many events so far this year. They include a food drive that Jefferson students donated over 1,000 cans of food to help support the Summit community, a toy drive for kids in need, and the Peace Garden Project, where the Student Council representatives worked to clean up and refresh our Peace Garden. In addition, they have sponsored several other events to promote school spirit and Jefferson pride. All of these events have been done by the hardworking and dedicated Student Council representatives. They meet often and work together to make Jefferson School proud. Excellent work, Student Council.
Recently, one of Jefferson's favorite authors, Jack Antos, made a special appearance at our school. Jack Antos is the author of many books, including the popular Joey Pigsa books and the Newbery-winning book, Dead End Norvelt. Mr. Gantos made several different presentations throughout the day. These engaging presentations included readings from his books, explaining his process of writing his books, and some great stories about how he came up with many of his ideas. The Jefferson students got to ask Jack Gantos lots of questions and were inspired by many of his writing tips.
Earlier this year, PTO bought new games for each class to use during indoor recess. They put together bins of board games, dice games, decks of cards, and other great activities to use. The games were lots of fun and were often used during indoor recess. The Jefferson students really enjoyed having new options to use during indoor recess. Rjtv would like to thank the PTO for providing these games to each class.
Maya Angelou will soon be featured on U.S. Quarters. Angelou is a famed poet and civil rights activist. She will be the first black woman to be on a U.S. quarter. The U.S. Mint is the government agency that prints money. It has already started shipping quarters with her face on it to the banks in the U.S. The new quarter is part of the American Women's Quarters program. 5 new quarters will be designed every year. This will go until 2025. Each one will have a different design. They will all celebrate the accomplishments and contributions of American women.
Also featured on new quarters this year will be Anime Wong and Sally Ride. Wong is considered to be the first Chinese-American movie star. Ride was the first American to fly to space. Janet Yellen is the U.S. Treasury Secretary. She said that each time we redesign our currency, we have the chance to say something about our country. It shows what we value and how we progress. She added, "I'm very proud that these coins celebrate the contributions of some of America's most remarkable women." The Maya Angelou quarters are being released this year, so keep an eye out for one, and let Rjtv know if you're lucky enough to find one.
Breaking news. This just in from Nurse Mendez. She says it's important that we continue to do what we can to stay healthy and protect each other. Nurse Mendez recommends that we continue to do the following things to help the Jefferson School community. Number 1. Properly wear a mask if you are asked to or if you want to. Number 2. Wash your hands with soap and warm water for 20 seconds. Number 3. If you can't wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. Number 4. Try to stay 6 feet apart. And number 5. If you feel sick, tell an adult. Let's continue to make Jefferson School a safe and healthy place to learn.
Today's episode of Rjtv is brought to you by the word creativity. At Jefferson School, we really value creativity. Show your creativity in all your school projects. Enjoy the creativity of others. Surround yourself in creativity. Remember, you have a lot of creativity to share with the world.
Earlier this winter, the 5th graders completed an author study unit. Each 5th grader chose an author and then read several books by that author. This allowed the 5th graders to explore their author's craft, style, and themes. After the 5th graders became experts on their authors, they wrote essays about one of their main findings. They learned to create a thesis statement and back it up with text evidence. The 5th graders enjoyed learning so much about the authors they chose.
This is Rjtv reporter Braden. It's time for the top 5 list. Today's topic is the top 5 best things about being in person for a full day of school. Number 5, we get to do art, music, library, Spanish, and gym in person again. Number 4, we get to see lots of smiling faces. Number 3, eating food in our amazing school cafeteria. Number 2, we get to work on awesome projects in our STEAM classes. And the number 1 best thing about being in person for a full day of school is recess.
The Summit Police Department is running an amazing program called the Youth Police Academy. Several police officers visited Jefferson School to explain this program. According to the officers, the Youth Academy is open to kids ages 11 through 14. It will be a 1-week experience where kids will be able to be trained as real police officers. They will learn about detective work, how to be safe, and how to help others. The Youth Police Academy will be offered 2 times in July. If you are interested in participating, you can go over and visit the Summit Police website.
Remember to check the Jefferson School Lost and Found. There are lots of sad and lonely coats, hats, water bottles, and lunchboxes that would really like to go home. If you have an important event or story that you would like Roaring Jaguar TV to cover, you can let us know by contacting Mr. Fluharty or by telling one of the 5th grade reporters. And remember, if you don't like the news, then go out and make some of your own.